Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a very special episode of Easy Buckets. How are you guys doing today? Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. In today's video, I got something that I guarantee you guys are going to love, especially if you're a big Lakers fan. We're going to be talking about the Lakers' future and talking about a plan I believe they should do when talking about the NBA buyout market. The Lakers love to use this opportunity. With the Lakers going full throttle for the NBA championship, during the NBA regular season, they're going to try to advance their roster. And right now with them having 12 players, I believe they're still saving some spots for the perfect buyout candidates. So if you're a big Lakers fan and you want to know more about this scenario, you're going to love this video. Let's not waste any time. Let's get into it. Over the past few seasons, the Lakers have been very active when it comes to the buyout market. If you guys don't know what the buyout market is, basically it's a time during the NBA season. If I were to explain it, NBA teams release a lot of their players because those players don't want to play there anymore, usually if it's a bad NBA team. I'll give you guys an exact explanation. A buyout involves a player and team that want to part ways, leading to the player surrendering a specific sum of their contract in the process. The sum of money is usually not for the full amount that their contract is worth, and is usually agreed upon between team and player in order for them to seek other teams. If a team buys a player's contract out, they are not allowed to pick them up for 1 year. This is the exact definition of what a buyout is, and I simply expect the Lakers to be very active when it comes to it. During last season, the Lakers were a big part of the buyout market. They were going all the way for the NBA championship, and when Andre Drummond got released, they signed Andre Drummond. That was one of the biggest signings during the buyout market. The Cavaliers let him go, and the Lakers got him on a veteran's minimum deal. Another big move the Lakers made last season was signing Ben McLemore to be a backup sharpshooter. He got waived by the Houston Rockets, and that was also a big move the Lakers did. But after failing to win the NBA championship last year, especially with those two big buyout market signings, I do believe the Lakers are still going to be active but make a better decision. And that's why looking ahead into the buyout market right now is the perfect plan for the Lakers to do as we speak. For this video, I'm going to be talking about two buyout candidates that will be perfect for the Lakers. And with them having 12 players on their roster right now, 3 open spots, I do believe at least one of these players could be wearing the purple and gold very soon. The first player on this list is talking about Goran Dragic of the Toronto Raptors, and he recently became a very popular target after he got traded from the Miami Heat to the Raptors in exchange for Kyle Lowry. Goran Dragic was a big part of the Miami Heat's championship run 2 years ago when they went to the finals in the NBA bubble, but after a very underwhelming regular season last year, Goran Dragic might not be a part of the Heat's future. During last year's offseason, he signed a 2-year deal with the Miami Heat. But after getting swept in the first round of the playoffs, the Heat are making moves right now to build a championship roster. They shipped out Dragic and brought in an all-star NBA point guard of Kyle Lowry, which I believe was great for the Heat. If I'm gonna be honest, I'm kinda sad to see Goran Dragic leave the Miami Heat. Him and Jimmy have such a strong relationship, they're actually quote-unquote best friends. But with Goran having a pretty expensive contract of about $20 million, trading him for Lowry made sense when it comes to salary matching, and that's why they shipped him off. But the reason why Goran Dragic is on this list is not because of that. It's because of what he said after going to Toronto. He said that Toronto is not his preferred destination and he has quote-unquote higher ambitions. After Goran said this, Raptor fans everywhere got upset that wow, why do we even have a player that does not want to be here? If you guys don't know, I'm a big Raptor fan, so seeing this, it made me kind of upset. And if I'm gonna be honest, because of this statement, Goran is not gonna be a part of our future. We're either gonna trade him or buy him out. And oh boy guys, in the Lakers' perspective, if the Raptors buy out Goran Dragic, I do believe the Lakers should pick him up on a veteran's minimum contract. The Lakers right now currently have 2 point guards, Russell Westbrook and Kendrick Nunn, but if they want a more reliable 6-man point guard off the bench to score and space the floor, we all know Russell Westbrook is a great finisher and a great playmaker, but he's not a good shooter. So maybe having Goran Dragic off the bench to simply play the same role he did for the Miami Heat, be a spark plug, shoot some threes, and just be an impactful scoring option, Goran to the Lakers would be awesome. With Goran Dragic having 0 NBA championships, and he is getting a little bit older, I do believe getting one more opportunity to play for a championship run would be ideal for his future. After playing well in the playoffs, he could sign a new contract next offseason, and that's why it's a match made in heaven in the Lakers' perspective. Another fun fact to know is that when Goran Dragic first came in the NBA, he was known as a shooting guard. And with the Lakers right now needing a floor spacer shooting guard, they don't really have one set in stone as their starting one. Goran could be a great starting shooting guard alongside Westbrook at point guard, Goran shooting guard, LeBron small forward, and Anthony Davis power forward, and then their center position they're still working on. But of course, I do prefer the 6-man option, but when it comes to a death lineup, Rob Pelinka is known to make a lot of sneaky moves, smart moves, under the radar moves, and if Goran becomes available, I want to see if LeBron James and Rob could convince Goran to come to LA. The next buyout candidate is actually a very popular one right now, and that's talking about Kevin Love to the Lakers, rejoining LeBron James for another championship run. One thing's for sure this year, LeBron does not care anymore. He's going full throttle for the NBA championship, and he's teaming up with all of his friends. He's bringing back Dwight Howard, we're seeing him and Carmelo Anthony for the first time ever, and Kevin Love could be very possible, especially with the Cavs in a full rebuild mode. During this past offseason, the Cavaliers made a lot of moves towards their front court. They drafted Evan Mobley, they re-signed Jarrett Allen, and from what it looks like, these two are the future front court players, which means Kevin Love is not going to be a part of the rotation, and over the past season, he is showing signs that he wants to leave Cleveland and get another chance at a championship. With Kevin Love being 33 right now, I do believe his championship window is running out. And with him having a contract of 2 more years with the Cavaliers, I do believe he's going to waste his next 2 years there. As of right now, the Lakers have bigs of Dwight Howard and Marc Gasol, but getting Kevin Love, who is younger than both of these centers, can score more efficiently and also has experience playing with LeBron James in a championship run, Kevin Love could simply slide into the starting center position over Marc Gasol or Dwight Howard. Over the past few seasons, Kevin Love has been very underwhelming, and I do believe a big part of it is him just simply not caring. He's playing for a rebuilding team, the Cavaliers are not winning, and maybe going to a team where he actually could win, it might change his atmosphere and outlook. I do believe Kevin Love's situation is very similar to Blake Griffin's last year on the Pistons. Last year, the Pistons were one of the worst teams in the NBA, and even though Blake had a lot of money left in his contract, he sacrificed a little bit to join the Brooklyn Nets. Of course, his aim was to win the NBA championship, and there was a good chance they were going to win, but of course, injuries hit the Brooklyn Nets, but I believe Kevin Love is in the exact same position as Blake. Drop a little bit of cash and go to a championship run. It's worth it for your legacy and for your career. Laker fans everywhere have been waiting for this opportunity, and when talking about this season, I do believe it's more likely than ever because the Lakers seem to just be signing the best available NBA veterans. It doesn't matter about their age, it's just a matter of LeBron building the best team out of his friends and of course players he trusts. Kevin Love is known to be a great post player, but more importantly, a catch and shoot player. And with LeBron James and Russell Westbrook being the main ball handlers, loving to do drive and kicks, Kevin Love is a perfect option. Imagine those players handling the ball, but then having Anthony Davis and Kevin Love on the wings to space the floor. There'll be no bigs in the interior, and the Lakers would simply have so much options. Kevin Love to the Lakers via the buyout market. I would love to see this happen. So yes guys, this wraps up my video for today, talking about the Lakers' master plan when it comes to the buyout market and signing 2 very possible buyout targets. What's most important to me is I want to know your thoughts. Do you believe Kevin Love and Goran Dragic are good ideas, or do you believe there are other players that should target via the buyout market? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. But other than that, take it easy, God bless, and I'll see you all next time on Easy Buckets. Woo!